What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday. I'm back. Got a new video. Got my coffee. And today I am doing a request. Got a request for this artist called VELACY. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. I'm going to say VELACY. That may be wrong. VELACY. I know that he is German. I don't know if the word itself is German or if it's a name or a word borrowed from a language. No idea. So, I do my best, but that's the best way I can think to pronounce it. The song is called Curse and Blessing. And we'll get into it in just a minute. Before I do a few things, first of all, like and subscribe. I always appreciate that. Makes me feel like people enjoy what I'm doing. I'm not a professional, and I don't speak German, so if this is in German, I'm not going to be getting too into the weeds on the lyrics. And I'm not a high-level musician, so I'm probably not going to get too into the composition either. That's not something, like, Fantano's good at that, right? That's not something that's really my skill set. And don't be a dick. You may not like this, I may not like this, I don't know, I haven't listened to it yet. But I do try to be thoughtful and respectful when I do this. Whether or not the music appeals to me, I try to be at least respectful to the artists when I'm talking about it. So, except for Ronnie Radke. Let me know if you want me to do another Falling in Reverse song. Anyway, just let's try to keep it polite in the comments. And with that out of the way, let's get right into it. This is Curse and Blessing by VELACY. Not sure. Here we go.
When I walk, I just kinda go. It's easier to suffocate, choking on the golden chain and letting myself feel again with every soul, every pen. When I fall on countless pages and break your apart into million pieces. Curse and a blessing. It's in my soul, I can miss it. No time for the blessing. Never ended. It's a curse and a blessing. It's in my soul, I can miss it. No time for the blessing, but I would never end it. Try to cooperate, they just eviscerate. I need your pain as well. They say it's wonderful, but I just suffocate. I can never turn around, so tries to break us. Blessing.
All right. So first of all, kind of hair brothers. So I'm on board. All right, a couple things. I think if it was me, I would crank up the drums a little bit in the mix. I said I wasn't probably going to get into the mastering and production too much, and I'm not. Like, it's not something I'm really that good at. But I would say I would like to hear the drums more, because they sort of sound far away, and you need that driving beat. Particularly, I would say in the breakdown, right, the little screamed section. I would definitely, like, I could hear the kick, I could hear the double kick in the background, but I could barely hear it. I would say crank that up. I know you can go back in and remix it, right? So get those mastered higher so that you can actually hear them. What else? I think for me, the chorus, and I will say, when I wrote, like, I don't really try to write music much anymore, but when I was writing music, the chorus was usually the easiest. The hook was the easiest thing for me to find. It was usually what I sort of, came up with while I was thinking, and then I would try to build a song around it, right? So I would have the hook, and then I would try to write verses to go with the hook. And the hook sounded good. It sounded comfortable and confident. I like the acoustic bass. It's interesting, or acoustic electric. That's interesting. It's not something I really see a lot of. I like all the books. I'm sure a lot of them are like textbooks and stuff, but I like a house with a good library. The house I grew up in, we had, I don't know, 10,000 books probably. So I always like to see that. What else? I will be honest. All right. I've said this about Sleep Token, and I know that this is music here is sort of inspired by Sleep Token. Whether or not this song specifically, the artist, right, is inspired by Sleep Token. But I've said this about them, and I'll say it here. I feel like that little screamed breakdown was a little out of place. Not that it can't be effective, but I feel like as a coherent piece, right, as a unit, this song, I don't feel like that screamed section really makes sense. Like, you could still have like a spoken word bridge. What I always think of for that is Nymphetamine by Cradle of Filth. Or Nymphetamine Fix. I think it's Nymphetamine Fix is the official title. Danny Filth's sort of growled, sort of whispered, growled vocals. After the first verse. Cold was my soul, untold was the pain. Right? That can be really effective because it's not super aggressive. It doesn't change the tone of the song, but it is very it's like sinister, right? And so you get that sort of dark, gloomy sort of tone and feel without changing sort of how the song goes. Like, I know I'm kind of getting into the weeds a little bit, but I do think that could be really effective. I just didn't feel like the screaming added much to the song. What else? I know this is a new project, new-ish project. There's 2 songs out, or maybe 3 songs out. I think there might be 3. I think there's potential here. I'll probably check out more. Obviously, this is all pretty much being done by hand as well. All the recording and mixing and stuff. Which, you know what? Takes practice. It takes experimentation. It takes practice. It takes time to get comfortable doing it. I have a lot of respect for DIY artists. People who are doing as much as they can on their own to try and put stuff together. Right? It's hard to create. It's a stressful thing. It's stressful to share your art with people because you never know how they're going to react to it. Right? Some people are super confident about what they create. They think, man, I've made something great, and other people are going to love it, whether it's good or not. And then there are other people who are super worried about how they're going to come across, even if what they create is really, really good. And so it can be a difficult thing to start trying to put your work out there. So I'd say, I enjoyed this. Keep going. The drums, I would definitely say you want to get more drums, particularly in that bridge section, because you pretty much just lost them. And acapella screaming is difficult to pull off effectively. I rarely ever hear artists who incorporate screaming into their music doing screaming without some sort of instrument behind it, some sort of heavy guitar, heavy drums. But I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. This was VELACY. Have a good day out there. Stay safe. Drink lots of water and be good to each other.